38-year-old Lovelia Mendoza testified that the man on trial, Mark Mayo, was aware of the plan to mail in 1 pound of meth from California nearly 3 years ago. Mendoza is a co-defendant in the case. She entered a plea agreement with the government and pled guilty to conspiracy to distribute meth charges. Under that agreement, she was called up as the government's fourth witness in Mayo's trial this afternoon. He faces conspiracy to distribute meth and attempted possession of meth with intent to distribute charges for allegedly conspiring with Mendoza and others to bring in drugs for distributions. Prosecuting the case, Assistant U.S. Attorney Laura Sambataro asked Mendoza to detail her involvement with the drug dealing industry. Mendoza testified she was first introduced to the drug when she was 12 years old and began selling meth in 2014 in order to make money for her bedridden mother's medicine and to put food on the table. From then on, she started to get more into the drug world. Mendoza testified she started by getting loaded by someone, meaning someone fronts her the drugs in advance and she brings the money back in exchange for more meth. Further, she said at the time she was frequent to go back and forth and would receive up to a full ounce or 28 grams of meth at once. She testified that she eventually created her own business and had people working for her. Mendoza identified Mayo as one of her people. According to her testimony, she met Mayo in 2015, and he started getting loaded from her. Further, Mendoza stated she gave Mayo designated areas to include parts of Dededo, Machechi, Estimbo, and Waisang Song. Describing him as one of her loyal clients, she testified he was with her since the beginning and worked with him up until 2018. The alleged crime in the defendant's indictment occurred from April to May 2018. As stated in court, during this time Mendoza was coming in and out of jail, as was Mayo. Attorney Sambataro asked what her connection with Mayo at this time was. Mendoza responded stating, quote, "I lessened my movement, I lessened my people, and lessened my involvement with it. But he was one of the ones I kept," unquote. In addition to keeping Mayo, Mendoza testified she also kept Daniel Pangilinan, Christian Miguel, and Linus Hun. Further, in her testimony, she said when she came out of prison, Mayo and Pangilinan asked her to make something happen, and so she did. As we reported, it was on May 10, 2018, when the feds went undercover and replaced the meth-filled package with sham and a tracking device. Mendoza testified she had a supplier in California, and with this certain package, the plan was to distribute 1 ounce to Mayo and 1 ounce to Pangilinan, with Miguel and Hun to receive a smaller scaled amount. Although the plan fell through, as the feds followed Pangilinan and his friend, Joseph Roman, who is also named in the indictment. When the trio got wind of the feds tracing them, Pangilinan previously testified that he came up with the hot potato plan to pass off the package to Mayo and Dededo. However, the feds ultimately seized the package and arrested Pangilinan and Roman. Mendoza testified that Mayo contacted her informing that the feds had the package, but she did not believe him. She said she had a feeling Mayo and Pangilinan conspired to steal the drugs for themselves because she did not hear from either of them for several days afterward. Additionally, Mendoza said she was dating Leighton Borja at the time, who told her of the rumors going on in the streets regarding the matter. We should note Borja is a repeated federal drug offender. And days after the incident, the defendants in the case met at Mendoza's house, and that's when she learned Pangilinan and Roman were arrested. Attorney Sambataro finished her direct examen on Mendoza, asking if Mark Mayo knew what was in the package. She responded with yes, because he and I were talking about it. Mayo's trial resumes tomorrow morning with defense counsel Roland Mantanonia's cross-examination on the government witness. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Adriana Cotero.